There's one word doing more work in the beauty aisle than any actual ingredient: clean. It's printed across frosted glass jars, stamped on minimalist white boxes, held up to the light by every influencer with a $90 moisturizer. And here's the part nobody selling it to you says out loud. The word means nothing. The Food and Drug Administration has no definition for clean, no legal standard, no master list of clean ingredients versus dirty ones. Any brand on any product can print the word and charge you double for the privilege. Dermatologists writing in the Journal of the American Medical Association's Dermatology Journal have called the whole movement more of a marketing model than a science. One New York dermatologist, Shireen Idris, put it flatter than that. Clean, she says, means absolutely nothing. So today we're doing the thing the marketing budgets hate. 5 clean face creams you should walk right past, and then 5 boring, unglamorous creams that actually work, the ones dermatologists quietly reach for at a fraction of the price. If you want the receipts before you spend another dollar on a jar of moisturizer, subscribe right now, because pulling apart what's real and what's just packaging is exactly what we do here every week. All right, let's start with the 5 to leave on the shelf. Number 5, the Free From Cream, the one whose entire personality is what it leaves out. Paraben-free, sulfate-free, chemical-free, whatever that's supposed to mean. It's built to make you afraid of the alternative. But parabens are approved as safe at the tiny amounts skincare actually uses, and when a brand rips them out, it has to put something else in, because a cream with no preservative grows mold and bacteria. A 2025 scoping review in Practical Dermatology found these clean swaps often reach for harsher preservatives instead, and tied them to a rise in allergic skin reactions. So you paid more for a cream that's more likely to irritate your face. Also, the label could scare you about an ingredient that was never the problem. Read the formula, not the fear. Number 4, the all-natural botanical cream. Cold-pressed oils, flower extracts, a scent like a spa in a jar. It feels gentle. It photographs beautifully. And it's one of the most common ways sensitive skin gets wrecked. Dermatologists have a line for this. Poison ivy is natural. Arsenic is natural. Natural is not a safety rating. Fragrance and essential oils sit near the top of every dermatologist's list of contact allergens, and clean botanical creams are packed with both. A luxurious jar like Tatcha's Dewy Skin Cream runs around $70 and, as its own reviewers point out, carries a real fragrance. On reactive skin, that garden in a bottle is a rash waiting to happen. Number 3, the Prestige Clean Clinical Cream. Think Drunk Elephant's Protini. Beautiful packaging, a serious-sounding peptide pitch, a price near $70 for a small jar. And look, it's a fine formula. That's not the con. The con is the markup. Peptides, ceramides, and hyaluronic acid are cheap, heavily studied ingredients. A peptide cream from the Inky list does the same job for around $15. Even Drunk Elephant's own fans on the beauty forums admit you don't need to spend that. Clean Clinical isn't a skin benefit, it's a pricing strategy with good lighting. Number 2, the clean beauty cream your cousin sells you over text. The multi-level brands built entirely on the word safer. Safer for your family. Safer than the store shelf, with a price to match, but safer, like clean, is unregulated marketing with no standard behind it. And a chunk of what you're paying never touches the formula at all. It funds the chain of sellers above the person messaging you. You're buying a business model with a moisturizer attached. If the pitch leans harder on fear and family than on the actual ingredients, that's your answer. And number 1, the Celebrity Wellness Cream. The one with a famous name and a halo of clean living. Goop's Goop Jeans Cream is the poster child. A luxury price for plant ceramides and botanical oils you can find for a fraction elsewhere. Here's what the glossy branding leaves out. The consumer watchdog Truth in Advertising once filed a complaint over more than 50 of Goop's product claims. It ended in a settlement of $125,000 and a 5-year injunction barring the company from making unsubstantiated claims. That's not a wellness pedigree, that's a paper trail. You're paying for the celebrity, not the cream. So that's the 5 to walk past. Now the fun part, the 5 that actually earn a spot on your shelf. No celebrity, no frosted glass, most of them under $20. And here's the twist dermatologists will tell you for free. Moisturizer is one category where price and performance barely connect. The ingredients that rebuild a skin barrier, ceramides, hyaluronic acid, glycerin, niacinamide, are cheap and heavily studied. They work just as well in a $15 tube as a $90 jar. First, CeraVe Moisturizing Cream, around $15, developed with dermatologists, built on 3 essential ceramides plus hyaluronic acid. It releases moisture slowly through the day and rebuilds the barrier those expensive creams only promise to. It's the plain white tub half of dermatology quietly runs on. Boring, effective, a tenth of the price. Next, La Roche-Posay's Toleriane Double Repair, about $20 with ceramides, niacinamide, and the brand's prebiotic thermal water. Dermatologists reach for this one constantly, especially for people on acne treatments or retinoids who need something that calms without clogging. It does the exact job cult creams, 3 times the price, are famous for, quietly and without the fragrance. Third, Vanicream Moisturizing Cream, around $15 and probably the most boring product in this video, which is the entire point. No fragrance, no dyes, no botanical extracts, nothing on the list to provoke a reaction. It's the cream allergists recommend for the most sensitive reactive skin, the anti-clean cream that's actually clean where it counts. Fourth, Avene Tolerance Control, a minimalist, fragrance-free cream built for reactive skin, and named the top overall drugstore moisturizer of 2026 in a dermatologist's roundup. Short ingredient list, sterile packaging, zero theater. If your skin flares at everything, this is the reset button for around $30, not $300. And fifth, Neutrogena Hydro Boost, around $20, a light hyaluronic acid gel cream for skin that runs oily and hates anything heavy. It pulls water into the skin without the grease, without the fragrance, and without asking you to believe in a philosophy. Proof that the cheap aisle solves the problems the luxury aisle only markets to. Here's the whole thing in one line. Clean is a marketing word, not a skincare ingredient. The label on the front of the jar tells you what the brand wants you to feel. The formula on the back tells you what you're actually buying, and the stuff that works is usually the cheapest, most boring tube on the shelf. So tell me in the comments, which one caught you? Are you a recovering Goop buyer, Team Drunk Elephant, or were you loyal to the $15 CeraVe tub the whole time? Drop it below, and if this saved you from one overpriced jar, hit subscribe, because next week we're pulling apart another shelf of products that are hoping you don't read the ingredients.